My name is Oh Yoon Kwon, and unfortunately, my colleague Will Brian couldn't come today because he realized that he booked a flight on 17th on August instead of February. Yeah. But I'm going to briefly introduce our partners. Homeless SMS, we are a self-funded social enterprise in London. And TU Delphi studied there. And Homeless Day Center, the Connection St. Martin is one of our main partner. Also, the Bessemer Venture Green is a social enterprise incubator. And Common Ground is a design agency who help us during the process. Today, I would like to share my experience in the last 1 year of working with homeless people. We aim to develop a text messaging service with homeless people and their service provider. So then the first question would be, what is the relevance between the homelessness and mobile media? So this is the picture that I took in central London. They are actually two homeless guys, but you can recognize that whether they're homeless. They are just guys on the street. So problem is that the main challenge is the working with homeless people. They are very, very difficult to engage with doing something like any this kind of project because they mistrust other people and other institutional intervention. And they are moving around in the city, so very difficult to reach them to support. But what Flora introduced already, we realized that most of homeless people in London and obviously in other cities own a mobile phone. I did a small research with a 30 sample, and then more than 70% people own a mobile phone. So the mobile phone is obviously is a great tool to reach them whenever they are. So this is and homeless people are facing struggle to resolve their complex needs to looking for physiological comfort, such as looking for food and take a shower and take a laundry. Also, they have to actually resolve their main problems, such as a drug issue, mental illness, and gambling, such as which caused their homelessness. So actually, during the homelessness, people are very tired, distracted, lack of motivation to solve out all this problem all the time, all together. But when you look at this problem in different angle, for example, who are involved to help them to resolve their needs, then you can see a bit more clear idea that we come up with 3 different stakeholders. For example, a homeless service provider, which are providing a regular service, for example, day center or homeless hostel, and homeless people regularly interact with other homeless people to get information. Also, the ex-homeless people who get out of the homelessness still maintain the empathy with homeless people to help them. Also, in London, there are a lot of people who are interested in homelessness and who is willing to help them. So our idea is how can you develop such an information service that play an integral role in between these 3 different stakeholders. So we look in these 3 different media, which is the very simple types of mobile phone and text message and Twitter. Those media are very usual for us. We use it everyday life. But when you look at the homeless context, we need to adapt them and reframing this media that fit their life. So first, the mobile phone, there are certain constraints that we need to look at. For example, even the homeless people on a mobile phone, they mostly use a prepaid plan, which means that they would not have credit to text a message, to outbound message, but they still can receive messages because receiving messages is free. And secondly, there are obvious advantages of using text messaging to communicate with them. Text message is interruptive. They interrupt people on the go. And it is guaranteed to read. People have to read when a message is arrived. And because we can manipulate the timing to send out messages, which means that we can design a routine that fit in with users' daily routine. And once message is received, and people can look at it again whenever they need. And lastly, we discovered that Twitter is our very effective tool platform, and it brings a lot of opportunity when it tied with text message and mobile phone. For example, Twitter is widely used and understood, and then when the message is going to Twitter, it become social. Everybody can read it, and also Twitter offers a lot of functionalities that we can use of without investing money and effort to build the extra application. So those knowledge or learning we didn't know actually when you start the project. So those things we learned through working with homeless people. So we worked with them for 6 months in last year through research and conceptualization and prototyping. This is the picture that we ran a workshop inviting homeless people and ex-homeless people and service provider to conceptualize idea. And also we prototyping services with more than 35 people, homeless people. So the idea is we provide us information kit that people can read and use the service. And this is one of our participant feedback after using a service for about 1 month.
And useful phone numbers are definitely there. Anything useful as in phone number. You gave me a phone number for Westminster Council. That was very useful because now I can use that phone number to call these people. There's sometimes the phone numbers are next to impossible to find because only the people that work in that particular environment, like key workers, only they might have the phone number. And I might not always have access to them.
How about the things to do?
So as you can see that even though we can easily find the specific information on the internet if you search it, but if you are homeless, you have so many things to resolve all the time. So receiving the useful information that can they use of is very, very useful. And then by receiving those information, they start build the trust on our service to interact with. So the last stream is I'm gonna show how we manipulate Twitter to accommodate our functionality. So Twitter and text message is a two-way communication, interactive. So one way is information push, so people passively receive messages. But to make the communication channel relevant to them, we run several Twitter accounts according to the contents that's sent to user. For example, SMS, tips, learn, news, and people choose Twitter account that based on their preference, then they start receiving messages 4 times per day, and which is, for example, in the morning 7:30, the morning greeting with inspiring quote, and 2 messages in the afternoon that what can they do today and tomorrow, or some contact number they can call and resolve their problem. And in the evening, there is a evening greeting and the weather update about tonight weather and tomorrow's weather. And also, we also encourage people to be vocal. Actually, not everybody are interested in sending out messages in tweeting, obviously. But for example, we encourage them. You could ask questions to our system, and then you would be response back answer. So once we receive a question or any message from a homeless people, and then we retweet this message through our public accounts that are followed by either homeless people or the general public who's knowing our project. And then they have an opportunity to respond to homeless people's message. Then once we receive a message from them, then we send it back to the person. So for example, we got a message from one homeless guy. He said, where is the place to beg in the central London? which is obviously negative message. We don't want to encourage people to beg. But anyway, we retweet message. But then a couple of hours later, there's a homeless lady respond to this message. That I'm gonna read it. You don't need to beg anymore. It is illegal now. Besides, there are decent way to live and get out of homelessness, such as get the unpaid paid job. So actually, what happened? She discouraged him of begging behavior, and then after that, they build up the conversation further. So to wrap up, the left side is existing functionality already given by Twitter. Then the right side is how we adapt it appropriately into the accommodate our functionality. So what's next? We work on this project about since 2010, and we really want to implement into service provider, not only in London and also Amsterdam, in any other city has homeless problem. So we actually need people's help to build the application software developer and contact in municipality to bring into the service provider. So I hope to talk with you after this presentation. Thank you.